It's coming up to the middle of August now, and you know what that means. A-level results day is around the corner. I know a lot of you might be really scared, don't really know what to expect. I know exactly how you feel because honestly, I wasn't really told much about exactly what happens on the A-level results day. Kind of just went in blind. So I'm just gonna give my overall advice that I would give just to make sure you're fully prepared for the A-level results day that is coming up in around 2 days now, or when this is posted, probably tomorrow. So good luck with that. But just for reference, this was me 2 years ago.
Let's go.
And of course, that was a really happy time for me, luckily. For some people, it will also be a happy time, but for others, it may not be. And you got to prepare for both occasions. And the main thing to know about the A-level results day is not just about A-levels, it's actually more about university. Because that's the day that you get your decisions from your universities and they tell you whether they're going to let you in or not. And for that, you're going to have to prepare in many ways. But firstly, I'm going to talk about the A-level results. Your school should give you a time frame where they will send you the A-level results via email normally, or you might be able to just go in person and pick it up. My school had the option of doing both. I think I did both as well. Like I saw it online, but then I went in person to pick up as well. So it's up to you. Do what you feel like doing. I know it's kind of uncomfortable to go in person, you haven't seen the people for a while, and also opening results in front of people is quite scary because of course if you mess up it's quite shocking and embarrassing as well. You don't want to be embarrassed in front of everyone if you don't do well. So I'd probably recommend doing it at home just so you're more comfortable. And also you don't have to walk or commute all the way to school. I'd also recommend if you do well enough, just go out with your friends afterwards. There's a lot of discounts and stuff. I think Nando's had a discount, so I went out with my friends after results day and have some fun with it as well. One thing to remember, the A-level results that you get are not always the final thing. You may not get the grade you want, and that's okay because there's things you can do, such as maybe get a remark, or you can even receive the papers that you want to look at. Maybe they haven't marked it correctly, and then from there you can ask for a remark as well, and you can appeal. And I'm not exactly sure how the process goes, but it's possible to bump your grade up. But you do have to remember it's also possible to bump your grade down. So if you're on the lower border of a grade, probably no point asking for a remark. I'd only do it if you're close to the next grade. And another thing that's not really talked about much is actually the sleep that you need to get the night before. Of course, you're waking up really early and there's 8 a.m. start. You might have to get to school by 8 a.m. So make sure that you actually get a good rest. And of course, it's really difficult to fall asleep, especially when you're stressing so much about these exams. So I'd really recommend just trying to relax the night before. Try to do something to relax you and then try to go straight to sleep without thinking about anything, because if you lie in bed and think, oh my god, tomorrow's the day, honestly you're not going to sleep. I know a lot of people that did do all-nighters though, so if you're really up for that, then go for it. But yeah, that kind of sums up everything in terms of A-level results. There's not much to really talk about, but there's also a thing about should I check my A-level results first or my UCAS results first. Honestly, it just depends how confident you are in either of those. So for me, I wasn't so confident. About what grades I'll get in my A-levels, so I checked that first and then checked my UCAS afterwards. Honestly, it doesn't matter either way because you're going to see them both within a few minutes of each other. So honestly, it's up to you, but some people like to ask about that. That's what I would reply to that. Now we talk about the main thing, which is university and UCAS. So I think it's around 8:30 or 8. I don't know if the time changes per year, but I think it was around 8 or 8:30 for me. You should get a UCAS update and they should tell you whether or not you got into your firm or insurance, and hopefully it's all good from there. Of course, there's the downside that you might not get anything at all, and that's something you have to prepare for. No matter how confident you may be, there's always that 1%, 0.5% chance that you might not get into your firm or your insurance. So what I did is I planned out all the clearing phone numbers. You can find them online quite easily. Make a list of all the universities that you would like to go through clearing just in case, and then all their phone numbers next to them. I did that in my notes app, so you can just press onto the number and then call them straight away. One thing that's really important, if you realize that you haven't done too well in your grades and you've been rejected by both the universities, I know it's really sad. there's not much you can do now, but you need to focus on getting into the clearing calls because it is first come first serve, and that means you need to get on that call as soon as possible in order to get your spot, because the person calling before you might be taking your spot and then you're done. Of course, take some time to take in the grades and speak to your family, of course, but straight away, as soon as possible, get onto the phone, call up the universities, and hopefully you can get a spot at a semi-decent university. There's some pretty good universities on clearing. It's not always low tier universities like people think, oh, I'm going to be going to a bad university because I'm going through clearing. No, I know a decent amount of people that got into my university, which is Warwick, pretty respectable through clearing. So just make sure you're on it, make sure you call them up quite quickly. And another thing I would like to mention is if you don't do too well in your actual A-level results, there is always a chance that the universities will still let you in. I don't know if it's fully true, but I've seen in the news recently that this year has the most amount of, I don't know, there's like a high percentage of people getting into their first choice universities, something like that, don't quote me. I hope that's a good sign, but basically say if you need 2 A stars and an A to get into a course and you get A star AA, there's still a decent chance that the university might let you in, because think about it, say they had to reject some people who got like 3 A's or even below, they would probably take you as your next best, right? As their next best. There's still a chance. I know a lot of people who didn't get the grades and they made it into their course, even really competitive courses. So don't get your hopes down if you don't do the best in your A-levels. There's always a chance, and hopefully everything goes well. That's kind of everything I can think of for now about A-levels results day. If you guys have any questions, then just drop them below. I reply to every single comment, honestly. I don't think I missed anything, but I just want to give out a quick video. I know that the results day is coming out tomorrow or maybe the day after, depending on when I upload this. But yeah, I just wanted to give a few tips and tricks. I did make a video last year about the same thing, but just kind of an updated version. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment, or you can email me as well. I'll leave my email address below. And yeah, just let me know how it goes, guys. Thank you very much.